What's going on, KFL fans? Hey, Keith Lambert here, and I am with two, lucky me, two of the Indianapolis Knights, Mr. Sam Jones and Mr. Chip Romanovich. Guys, bye week this last week, but no rest for the weary. You guys got a big match this weekend at home, hosting a playoff game. Haven't lost at home in 2 seasons against the Pennsylvania Bronzebacks. Let's talk about this match. How are y'all feeling?
We're pumped up. Obviously, I mean, here it is. We've worked hard to get to this point, and the guys have put in the miles, put in the time, caught the fish, battled for every inch and every moment, and now it's time to do the real work and try and make it to the championship. So that's the goal. That's the plan. Like you said, we've been on a bye, but we haven't slowed down. We've been out fishing, keeping ourselves tournament ready. 3 of our guys are traveling back from the Hobie right now, and I'll be on the water tomorrow morning. So yeah, we haven't let up, and we're keeping ourselves ready.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do. Look, it's crunch time. I mean, here we are. This is what we all signed up for. I mean,
Right.
we're all chasing that KFL Cup at the end of the season. Chip, let's talk about the season so far. Again, I mentioned you guys haven't lost a home game until this year. Lake Wadawi against the Alabama Hammers. You guys hadn't won a road game. Um, Unfortunately, at our behalf, I'm proud to be a part of the history for you guys. I've been pulling for y'all all season, and I've been telling everybody, these Indianapolis Knights, y'all have heard me say it time and time again on the interviews, on the live shows. I got faith in y'all. Chip, tell me about how you feel, how the seasons went. You get a bye week for the playoffs, and now you get to host this home game.
The season has gone really well for us. I don't want to say it's a surprise because we felt we were much better than our record last year, and we knew that when we put it all together, we were going to be a pretty good team, whether it was home or on the road. The home record is pretty astonishing to never have lost there for 2 years. I mean, even everybody has a good day. So the fact that we've been on top every year or every game for 2 years has been it's been really impressive. And like you say, we're excited for this coming week. Manitou is a great lake. It fishes really well typically. I think both teams are going to catch a lot of fish, and it's going to come down to who has that 1 or 2 extra big fish. So I wish we were going tomorrow.
Having fished that lake against you guys earlier this year, I fully know what to expect watching this match. Now, of course, we're going into a little bit of an early fall transition. You know, we still got the heat of the day. How is the lake fishing for you guys right now?
So Chip and I were both out there last Saturday, and it was tough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was fishing really tough. We saw in our last match against Tennessee, it was tough. But like you said, you know, we're going into that. September is always a mystery. You know, I think anywhere in the country, you can find fish deep, you can find fish shallow. They're starting to get into all those different phases. You know, very much like we see in the early spring. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. We've got a powerhouse cold front coming later this week. It's going to go from 90s in the southern part of the state, upper 80s in the northern part of the state, to 40s at night with highs of 60s. This time of year, that could shut them down or it could fire them up.
You never know. Absolutely,
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how Manasau plays out this week. But no matter whether it's tough or it's on fire, we know it's going to be an absolute dogfight all the way to the end. PA is an amazing team. They've proven that time and time again, and we know they're going to bring their A game, and so are we.
Well, you know, all season long, we want to produce. We want to put for the fans that are watching. We want to put out a product for our sponsors. Now it's go time. You know, we're not necessarily looking. I mean, sure, we want to see 180 to 179 and 3/4. But more importantly, what we want to see is we want to see 8 anglers out on the water grinding. And so we know that Manitou can produce, and we know that it can be tough. The mentality that you guys have going in, we're not talking about who you're fishing, because you're only fishing against yourself. You're fishing against that water. What mentality do y'all have going in? Again, home waters, you've got to get it done, because now it's lose or go home.
Yeah, one thing I've been preaching to the guys, and as a team, we've said it time and time again, week in and week out. It's just find a way to win. And when it comes to home games, we add one more thing into that, and that's just, kind of better our best. Find a way to do better than we did last time out there. Find a couple more inches than we have. That if we do those two things to the best of our abilities, Chip goes out there and does his job, tries to find a couple more inches than he has in the past. Mike does the same. Adam does the same. We feel like we got a good chance of coming out on top. And we'll at least walk out of there with our heads held high. So,
well, guys, y'all are 1 win away from the money, which is wonderful. I mean, because there's only 4 teams getting paid. But the ultimate goal when everybody signed up, the first match of this season was the KFL Cup, hoisting it over your team's head at the end of October in Lake Chickamauga. Chip, give me one word that would describe the Indianapolis Knights' will to win this season to get to Chickamauga.
Focus.
Care to elaborate on that for me?
Yeah, I think, like Sam said, we all know we have a job to do. I think we have been focused this year on protecting our home waters, and we really were key on the idea of playing at home through the playoffs as long as we could. So we were focused on that throughout the year, and now our focus just increases. It's become much more laser on for me. I've already begun to think about not making mistakes and what I need to do to help the team win. So my focus is even getting sharper now. So I think as a team, we always are focused, and I think we're going to be even more focused now.
Sometimes going into matches, we as anglers, we get kind of in the motion. You go out there and make the cast, you land the net, but we're in crunch time. This is as big as it gets until the next match. You got to focus here, but the pictures are important. The landing is important. The hook sets are important. Tell me about the communication with the team to keep that focus, not only individually, but as the team, how you communicate about the waters, what you're seeing, making sure we're getting those fish in there and getting as many quarter inches as we can out.
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. When it comes down to it, that's what makes the difference in these matches. These anglers across all of these teams in the league are outstanding. The competition is fierce. And so it comes down to the little moments and the little things. And so when we have our team call this week, just like it has been in previous weeks, we're going to talk about the little things. I guarantee you we're going to talk about making sure you're checking your guides, with a Q-tip, making sure your line's fresh, going through your knots, making sure everything is good to go and ready on tournament days. Your trolling motor set up right, your batteries replaced, your wiring good. All those things are things we're going to be talking about on our team call to make sure that when we hit the water on Saturday, we have every single advantage we can possibly have. Because that's what's going to come down to. Mistakes will be made on the water. Fish will be lost. Hook sets won't be great. Not every time anyway. But we got to reduce as many of those possible risks as we can, and set ourselves up for success.
Well, guys, to close out, we're talking the ebbs and flows of the Indianapolis Knights. We're talking haven't lost a home game in 2 years, didn't win your first road game until this year. I'm going to have this for both of you guys. October 29th, KFL Cup, Chickamauga. What does it mean to you, Sam? What does it mean to you, Chip?
Chip, I'll let you go first, bud.
Well, to me, if we were fortunate enough to hoist that cup, it would mean that we were the best of the best this year. And for me, it would not redemption, but it would be a thrilling moment to look back over how far we've come as a team. Because we have come a long way, and I don't think anybody expected us to be here. So to be able to lift that trophy at the end of the year would not only let us know that we're the best this year, but it would let everybody else know. And I think thrilling would be my word.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you just said, Chip. I think for me, it's kind of a weird thing because, you know, there's the angler aspect of it, and then there's also the coach owner aspect of it. And when I think about these guys being able to hoist that trophy up, if I can talk, hold that up at the end of the season, man, and just and see them be rewarded for the amount of work I know that they've put in, both physically, emotionally, the time, the money, traveling, all of that would just be huge. And would make me feel so good because, man, every one of them have worked so hard this year. A lot of it you don't see. And from the travel time and taking time away from family to do team calls and interviews and things like this, the money spent, man, that would just be awesome. And then also, you know, just to, like Chip said, show the world like these guys from Indiana are true sticks, and they've done the work. No one deserves it, but they've definitely done the work, and they earned it. Yep. So would love to see that at the end of the season.
Well, guys, you know I'm a fan of the Indianapolis Knights, not only of the people, and I've told y'all that many times, and I've told the world that, everybody that's listened to me, not only great anglers, but just the camaraderie and the fellowship is truly appreciated for you guys. Again, good luck this next Saturday, Pennsylvania coming into Lake Manitou. I wish you nothing but the luck and all the safety out on the water. That's the key. That's the key importance right there. So, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming on, taking the time with the interview. And again, great season. Best of luck in the playoff match this next Saturday.
Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, guys. Thank y'all.
Bye.